Alright, in this video we're going to discuss the 1 hour rule. And I'm going to use HD and TSLA as an example. Now, before I talk about the 1 hour rule, what I want to talk about is how should you share, like, and make comments on StockTwits and retweet and favorite on Twitter. So the way you do this on StockTwits, so for example, remember on power plan trades, when a winning trade comes through or something is worth mentioning, I will post stuff on Power Trigger Trade, and then everyone should look to be able to share it or at least make comments. Some people can take turns sharing and of course liking. So how do you share? Well, you simply you go on my stream. First step is you go on my stream and you hit the share button, and this will pop up. Basically, you want to make sure that there is not a, I don't know why this is a -19 number, but for example, it may not show that on your, when you do it on your side. But basically, when you, I'm going to just erase this. So basically, you can always make a little bit of changes, and you might keep some words and say, we're doing well. Thanks for the great idea. And then you hit share, right? And that's how you can do things. Or you can leave it alone, but make sure that, see, I have 19 characters less, so I still could write more stuff, right? See? And then, that's just an example, right? So I'm going to close that. So that's how you do that. Like is like that. You hit the like button. And comments, you hit the comment box. And then there's going to be a comment box. You can type in that comment box whatever it could be. Great trade. Thanks. Example. And you hit the share button. And that's how we make comments. So everyone should be trying to make comments and likes to the minimum. Everybody can also take turns sharing, right? So for example, if I post a TSLA chart, let's say it's a winning trade, and you go to the TSLA board, so you go TSLA, and you see that my charts aren't around. Like right now, they're not around. You know that that's a perfect time to do a share. So you basically go to my stream. You go to my stream here. For example, you look for the chart, whatever. The chart will always be probably at the top, and you say, okay, I want to share this, and you share it, and you make your comments. You fix it up, or you just leave it alone and make sure that it's a 0. At least that's not a -1, and you hit the share button. Okay, you'll see that, and that's it. So that's how you share. Now, when it goes on Twitter, by the way, I'm going to talk about the 1 hour rule soon. That same chart will usually populate here, but right now it won't, because right now, let's see if we can find it probably. There it is. For example, so here you would do a retweet. You may add a comment. Great trade. Thanks. For example. Not with, I had the capital, I pressed that by mistake. Hit tweet. And that's how you do retweets. So when retweets can be done as many as you like on Twitter. It's different. So retweet is, everyone should be doing retweets. Favorites, you just hit the favorite button and that's it. So this is how you really are active on the Twitter. It's simple as that. Okay. And so make sure you go over this video so you know how to do that, and listen carefully, because I don't want to see people making mistakes, especially after I made this video, because people haven't been sharing properly. And the reason being is they are not doing it from whatever it is from my stream. Always do the share from the source. All right. Now let's talk about TSLA and HD. Now let's talk about the 1 hour rule. Okay. So basically, what the 1 hour rule implies is you look at my confirmation zone, so the price. and it has to do with good volume. And I talk about the volume here, 215 on a 10-minute bar, to give you an idea what good volume is. Because what we're looking, the 1 hour means, the 1 hour rule means that we want the stock to confirm within the first hour of trading. You know, by 10:30 there's some good volume coming in, and the stock is hitting the trigger points. Because if it doesn't do that within the first hour, usually that nothing's going to happen. The stock could chop around or simply go lower. So let's take a look at what happened with HD. So this is based on the July the 28th close. So here it is. And of course, the next day this did confirm, right? You can see there was more volume, but this confirmed, I can assure you that this confirmed within the first hour easily. And at the end of the day, you even had a lot more volume. But I give those volume estimates as a way of figuring out what good volume is. But this simply confirmed the next day. As you can see, the open was 115.16. And if we go to the HD chart, basically this, we wouldn't have gotten 115.20. Probably you were looking at maybe 115.30, 115.40, and the volume did come in on time. And it did it within the first hour, guaranteed. So it confirmed in the first hour. That's an example. Now let's go to TSLA. Excuse me. So it's the same thing with TSLA. The 1 hour, these are an example. I'm going to say the 1 hour. See, it says this must confirm in the first hour of trading. So basically, you want it to hit that number, and you also want to see some good volume coming in. And Tesla usually can create 500K on a 10-minute chart. So within the first 10 minutes, it may not do so. The volume may come in later on. It may come in at 10 o'clock, and it becomes very apparent. You kind of know that by the volume. You can gauge it, right? But if the volume seems low when it's trying to hit a number, now Tesla basically didn't even confirm in every way. So, unlike HD, TSLA did not confirm. No, this was based on, yep. So this is the 18th. So on the 19th, the stock opened at, as you can see, this never even confirmed in price nor in volume. And then it just fell out of bed. That doesn't mean that was going to happen because of that, but it's like it never could confirm. Unlike HD, it confirmed and the trade worked out well. Now, let's look at an example like GPro. This was tricky, but let me tell you what happened here. Tell you the story. Now, GPro, I didn't have the 1 hour rule at the time, but I never took this trade at all. But in theory, the old way, if without the 1 hour rule, this didn't confirm this. Even though the volume was good, if you think about this here now, the volume increased, right? However, it didn't do it within the first hour. It came in later, and so we would have not bothered with the trade. We would have waited for confirmation based on what, and I will make an appropriate confirmation numbers based on what I see. In this case, for example, probably we would have looked for this to take out the highs of GPro, which it never did. And instead, GPro, showed no power the next day. We would have never bothered with it. And of course, but this is, to do with the market correction. Okay, so there you have it. So there you have it. That's the 1 hour rule. Remember, I will post stuff from Power Plan Trades, the winning trades, on StockTwits for Power Trigger Trade, on StockTwits, and for Power Trigger Trade on Twitter. Okay, and all we do on Twitter, on StockTwits, we share, we like, we make comments. Everyone should be making comments. Okay, so of course, when there's a good reason to, right? When there isn't anything to make comments on, well, we don't, right? Basically on Power Plan Trades, the only thing we do is we just favorite something. Because we don't share anything on Power Plan Trades. All we do is we make comments and we share and we do all these great things when stuff is posted on Power Trigger Trade and on StockTwit. So concludes the 1 hour tutorial. What you have to look for. It's basically all within the first hour, and I'm just going to say that 1 hour rule, I'm going to call it, because from now on the 1 hour rule is based on what I'm talking about here, and that's what I'm going to say in my charts. So there you have it, people. Rewind this video, listen to it, make sure you make sure you share properly when applicable. Thanks for listening. Like the video.